Okay, so in this video, let us discuss a problem on CodeChef called dumplings. It was asked in a previous contest. You can find it in the peer section. Master Shifu is training Po to become Dragon Warrior and some assignment is given. There are n plates of dumplings in front of him with deliciousness A1, A2, so on, AN. So there is an array A which denotes the deliciousness of various dumplings. Po can choose any number of continuous plates of dumplings. Total deliciousness is sum of deliciousness of all dumplings. What is the minimum number of plates he must choose so that the total deliciousness is maximum? So what should we do? We have to find the minimum number of plates he has to choose so that the deliciousness is maximum. That is, the sum of A1, A2 or whatever values we choose is maximum. Let us take some examples. If this is the array, clearly we can see that we have to include every element, because if we say we'll include 1, 2, 3 only, then the deliciousness will be 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6, which is less than 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And the constraint on array value is that it can be greater than or equal to 0. So whichever element of the array is greater than 0, we need to consider that. We need to consider all the elements greater than 0. But one thing he has told that we have to choose continuous plates. So suppose in this example, 3, 2, 0, 3. If I select this array, 3, 2, 0, 3, what is the deliciousness? 3 plus 2 plus 3. What is that? 8. What if I select the entire array? Has the deliciousness changed? No, it is still 3 plus 2 plus 3. This 0 is insignificant, right? So the question is telling find the minimum number of plates so that the deliciousness is maximum. So if there is no 0 in the array, then the answer is what? N only. But what if zeros are there? For example, if the array looks something like this. If the array looks something like 0, 0, 0, 1, 5, 3, 0, 3, 0. How many plates can you choose? Should you choose this plate? It doesn't make sense. You don't have to choose. Similarly, these two plates also you can discard because deliciousness is 0. You have to choose this plate. You have to choose this plate. You have to choose this. Should you choose this? This is 0. Should you discard it? You cannot discard because you have to choose 3. Because you want to make the deliciousness maximum, you have to choose 3. And when you choose 3, you cannot discard 0 because they say you have to choose continuous plates. So this was the problem. So you have to choose 3, which means you have to choose this 0 also. So you have to choose these two plates. So minimum number of plates for acquiring maximum deliciousness is 5 in this case. So what did we essentially do? We just saw where is the first non-zero element. Traverse through the array and find the first non-zero element from the left side. Similarly, traverse through the array and find the first non-zero element from the right side. Find their indices, let it be I and j. The answer will be j minus I plus 1. For example, over here I is 3 because 1 is having index 3 and 3 is having index what? 4, 5, 6, 7. So answer will be 7 minus 3 plus 1, 5. So j minus I plus 1 is the answer. So that is what I have done here. First, I found out value of j. Basically, my num and num1 represent uh, j and I respectively. Num and num1 represent j and I. If I is less than 0 in this loop, that means there is no non-zero plate. In this condition, what I'm trying to say is there is no non-zero plate. Let me explain that to you. They have also told us that we need to choose at least one. We need to choose at least one plate. For example, if the plates have these deliciousness, all are 0, we cannot say we'll choose 0 plates. We have to choose at least one plate. He has to choose at least one plate. That is why in this condition, when all plates are 0, how do I get to know all plates are 0? This for loop will never break. I will become less than 0. So there are only elements that are 0. So I have to choose one plate. If this condition is false, that means the loop was broken somewhere and I'm equating that I value to num. And similarly, I'm traversing the array from left to right and then I'm finding the index which has a non-zero element. And as I told, the answer will be j minus I. It will be j minus I plus 1. In this case, in my case, it will be num minus num1 plus 1. Num is corresponding to j and num1 to I. That's all. So that's all was this question. Thanks for watching. Bye.